Aged Corsair 6707 brings up an interesting point. For years I've wondered why Mr. Green has never been held to account over this. I've only ever seen one journalist challenge him directly. He seemed not to hear the question or even notice the film crew chasing him. Strange. Well, for a while, Grant Shapps did deny that he was ever Michael Green. But in an LBC radio interview, he admitted it as if it was perfectly natural, and he insisted that once he became an MP, he has not had a second job, and that the reason for the pseudonymous Michael Green thing was to divide his writing life, let's call it his writing life, his professional life, from his political life.
Yeah, I don't have a second job and have never had a second job whilst being an MP.
Shortly after the LBC interview that he did, it was discovered, I think, by The Guardian, there was a recording made in 2006 when he's talking on air for his company, How to Core, and it's quite clear.
We're suggesting if people are listening to this pretty currently, and we're in the summer of 2006 whilst we're recording, then a great timescale would be to use the profit diary techniques to make a ton of cash by Christmas.
So he issued a Conservative Party spokesperson said, and I'm going to read, like many authors and journalists, Grant Shapps wrote with a pen name. This was completely transparent. His full name and biographical details were permanently published on the company's main website. Given that this was a decade ago, and was mentioned during the cut and thrust of an interview, he referenced that his writing career had ended when he became an MP. In fact, it ended shortly afterwards. Yeah. So in other words, what he said on the LBC radio interview when he was finally forced to admit that he was Michael Green was a lie as well. And yet here he is with one of the great offices of state, with the chain of office to one of the great offices of state. And like Boris Johnson, he has a flexible relationship with truth. There we are. And a seat at the drinks cabinet.